He's like, well, you're about to get a $25 ticket, but if you get busted again in the future, the price does not go up. I grew up in Colorado. I live in New York now, which has just been a seamless transition. They're the exact same. My first summer there, like, we had like 11 days that were over 100 degrees. And so on like day 9, I somehow convinced myself that drinking in public was not illegal anymore. And so I walked into a bodega and grabbed a beer. Let me pause there for a second. I told this story in Iowa a few weeks ago, and it didn't go over well, and that's when it occurred to me, no one in Iowa knows what a bodega is. And there's a chance there's someone here in the audience that also doesn't know. I'm not going to ask who's, I'm not going to be insulting, but I'll just explain it to that one person. A bodega is like a gas station that doesn't sell gas. And it's where you go when you want to buy cigarettes or a sandwich or condoms one at a time. And there's a bunch of cats running around. But the cats aren't for sale. But if you ask the right questions, the cats are for sale. Bodega. All right. So I walk into a bodega and then I grab like a double tall beer and I crack it in the store because you can do that in a bodega. And a 24-ounce beer. This guy was appalled. Double tall, come on. 2 beers stacked on top of each other with nothing in between. I went to walk out and the guy's like, do you want to take that on the street? Like, that's illegal. And I was like, I'll be fine. And I walked outside and my crime probably lasted 3 seconds before I locked eyes with the cop. And we kind of looked at each other. We both looked down at my beer. And I looked back at him and I was like, oh, I just took this away from some underage kids. And he didn't buy it. He starts writing me a ticket. Then the weirdest thing happened. Like, as he's writing me this ticket, he starts trying to be my best friend, give me like weird insider cop tips, saying stuff like, this isn't your first time drinking in public, is it? And I was like, no. He's like, well, you're about to get a $25 ticket, but if you get busted again in the future, the price does not go up. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, there's people in this neighborhood we bust every day. It's $25 every time. And I was like, well, how about that? And I turned to throw my beer away, and he goes, whoa, what are you doing? Don't waste it. And again, I was like, what? He's like, you already get a ticket for that beer, you might as well finish it. Which is cool, but it was a double tall beer, and those take a while to drink. So for the next 15 minutes, I'm just pounding a beer on a corner with a cop. Making awkward small talk. And we're in the ghetto too, so people are driving past me like, oh my God, look what white people get away with. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, look what white people get away with. And then after a while, it just gets too awkward, and so I just kind of I lie to him. I was like, you know what, I gotta catch a train, I should really just throw this out. And he kind of sighs like I'm breaking up with him. He goes, no, don't throw it out. Here's what I'll do for you. I'll just make a note on your ticket, and I'll give you a carbon copy. That way, just take that with you with the beer. That way, if you get stopped by another cop, you can show them you've already been ticketed for that beer. Now, the reason I tell this story, there's a moral behind it. And I want you guys all to know, if you ever go to New York City, drinking in public is not illegal. There's just a $25 cover.